Hello and welcome back to Money Never Sleeps. My name is Ty Moore from M&A Wealth. If you'd like more information about what you hear during the show, give us a call at 866-973-3627 or visit us online at mnawealth.com. And while at my website, click on the page to check out past shows and subscribe on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Today, we'll break down the common traits that people who have been able to accumulate considerable resources share. We'll lean on an excellent Kiplinger article, The Smart Way to Retire, 13 Habits to Steal from the Wealthy, for many of today's details. Throughout the show, I'll cite several studies, all of which are referenced in the article. And while it's true that the article focuses on what wealthy retirees do, I want to make one thing clear. These habits aren't just for the wealthy. They're for anyone who wants to make their retirement stronger, more comfortable, and more resilient. As we go through today's show, I encourage you to ask yourself, which of these habits can I start practicing right now? Because it's not about perfection, it's about progress. One of the most powerful habits wealthy retirees share is this: they pay themselves first, and most importantly, they make it automatic. Instead of waiting to see what's left at the end of the month, they decide up front that a portion of every paycheck goes directly toward their future. Think of it as treating savings like a bill you can't skip. For many people I work with, this means setting up automatic transfers, maybe 10%, 15%, even 20%, into a retirement account like a 401k or an IRA. Studies consistently show that people who automate their savings end up with much larger balances than those who don't. And the beauty of this strategy is simple. When it's automatic, you don't even miss the money. Your wealth grows in the background while you're busy living your life. Once you're paying yourself first, the next step is making sure your money is working for you. Wealthy retirees don't let large amounts of cash pile up into accounts earning little to no interest. Every dollar has a job, whether that's invested in stocks, ETFs, or even parked in a high-yield savings account. According to the article, many high-yield savings accounts are paying 4 to 5% annual interest. Compare that to a checking account where the interest might be close to zero, and with inflation running around 2.35%, cash that just sits in low-interest accounts actually loses value over time. So even something as simple as moving $1,000 into a smarter account can make a meaningful difference over time. Here's another habit that may surprise some people. Wealthy retirees live below their means, and I'm not talking about clipping coupons or never going out to eat. It's more of a mindset shift. They see money not as something to be spent, but as something to be invested. One trap that catches a lot of people is lifestyle creep, which is spending more as you earn more. The wealthy avoid this. They consistently spend less than they make and set aside the difference for the future. In fact, research from the Employee Benefit Research Institute shows that retirees who overspent early in retirement often face real trouble later. The takeaway is that even if your income grows, maintaining discipline and living on 70-80% of what you bring in can keep you on track for long-term success. Wealthy retirees also steer clear of costly debt, especially high-interest debt like credit cards. Right now, the average credit card APR is more than 22%. That's incredibly expensive. If you're only making minimum payments, those interest charges can eat away at your wealth and trap you in a cycle that's very tough to escape. A recent survey showed that 72% of older Americans carry debt, and more than half feel overwhelmed by it. So, what do the wealthy do differently? They pay off high-interest balances quickly. Many use a strategy called the debt avalanche, which focuses extra payments on the debt with the highest interest rate first. Once that's paid off, they roll those payments into the next highest interest debt, and so on. It's not flashy, but it works, and it saves the most money in the long run. Another key difference is that wealthy retirees aggressively plan for the future. They create a clear roadmap for retirement that includes savings goals, expected living expenses, and investment strategies. And importantly, they also plan for the unexpected things like medical bills or long-term care. The numbers back this up. According to the Employee Benefit Research Institute, disciplined spenders end up with about twice as much saved as those who aren't disciplined. But those who actually create a plan and stick to it save even more, 2.2 times more in fact, than people who never take the time to plan. That's the power of having a roadmap. It doesn't just give you direction. Another habit common among wealthy retirees is meeting regularly with a financial services professional. These check-ins allow us to refine strategies, optimize investments, and catch blind spots you might miss on their own. A Financial Planning Association survey showed that retirees who meet regularly with a financial services professional have, on average, 15% more in savings than those who don't. Sometimes it's not about having more information, it's about having accountability and another set of eyes on your plan. And believe it or not, wealthy retirees do live on a budget. Sticking to a spending plan is one of the keys to making retirement funds last. Some follow the 50-30-20 rule, 50% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% for savings or debt. Others use a 60-30-10 formula once they're retired and income is more fixed. The formula matters less than the principle. A budget gives you structure, helps you control expenses, and ensures your money supports the life you want and not just the bills you owe. And here's an important note. Wealthy retirees don't just budget for numbers, they budget for values. They make sure to include guilt-free spending on what matters most to them, whether that's travel, philanthropy, or time with family. Another powerful habit is investing early and often. Wealthy retirees almost always got into the market as soon as possible. That's because compound interest rewards time, not just the size of your contributions. Let me give you an example. If you invest $5,000 at age 25 and it grows at 7% annually, by age 65, it could be worth around $70,000. That's the magic of compounding. Even modest contributions can snowball when they're given enough time. The key isn't just investing big amounts, it's about consistency, patience, and letting time do the heavy lifting. Wealthy retirees also think carefully about what they own. They prioritize assets, things like stocks, real estate, and rental properties that generate income. And they minimize liabilities like excessive mortgages, car loans, or credit card debt that can drain resources. Surveys show many wealthy retirees hold 70% or more of their net worth in assets, and they're not afraid to simplify. If a property no longer makes sense or a vehicle is unused, they'll sell it. It's not about letting go of memories, it's about freeing up resources and reducing stress. Another big one, wealthy retirees create streams of passive income. That means dividends from stocks, rental properties, interest from bonds, royalties, or business income. IRS data, noted in the article, shows the average millionaire has about 7 different streams of income. And while you don't need 7, even adding 1 or 2 can create more freedom and security in retirement. Remember, passive income means your money works for you, not the other way around. Wealthy people also tend to build their financial knowledge over time. They take the time to understand how investments, taxes, and retirement accounts work. That matters because knowledge reduces mistakes. One CNBC survey found that nearly half of Americans don't even know what their 401k is invested in. That kind of blind spot can severely limit your retirement potential. Spend time learning, ask questions, read, meet with your financial services professional. The more you know, the better decisions you'll make. Here's a critical habit: reviewing your strategy regularly. Life changes, markets shift, your goals evolve. The wealthy don't set it and forget it. They check in, at least annually, to make sure their plan still fits. That proactive approach allows them to make adjustments early, before small problems become major setbacks. Finally, wealthy retirees aren't afraid to take educated risks. They don't gamble, but they do embrace calculated opportunities. That might mean investing in stocks, real estate, or index funds, while also diversifying to manage volatility. One mistake I often see is people holding too much in one place, like 40% or more of their wealth in a single stock, often their employers. The wealthy avoid this. They diversify, balance risk, and keep their money working without losing sleep at night. So let's recap the 13 habits we've talked about today. Pay yourself first. Keep your money working. Live below your means. Steer clear of costly debt. Create a retirement roadmap. Work with a financial professional. Stick to a spending plan. Invest early and often. Focus on assets, not liabilities. Build passive income. Grow your financial knowledge. Review and adjust regularly. take educated risks. Individually, these habits may sound simple, but together they build real momentum toward financial independence. And the earlier you start, the stronger the results. But here's the good news. It's never too late to begin. Every smart choice you make today helps strengthen your future. If you have any questions about your retirement magic number, your retirement strategy, or any other parts of your financial strategy, visit my website at mnawealth.com or call my office at 866-973-3627 to discuss how my team might be able to answer your questions and address your concerns. It's our goal to help you prepare for the retirement you've worked so hard for.
Disclosure. All matters discussed during the show are for informational purposes only. Opinions expressed are solely those of M&A Wealth and staff. All topics covered are believed to be from reliable sources. However, M&A Wealth makes no representations as to its accuracy or completeness. This commercial shall in no way be construed as a solicitation to sell securities or advisory services to residents where permitted. Topics should be discussed with your individual advisor prior to implementation. Advisory services offered through M&A Wealth, a registered investment advisor in the state of Texas. Insurance products and services are offered through PNC Life Insurance Agency, an affiliated company. M&A Wealth and PNC Life Insurance Agency are not affiliated with or endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any government agency.